Sydney Sweeney has been the hot topic on the internet over the last few days because of the jeans commercial American Eagle. Sydney Sweeney has great jeans. Now, that's a pretty funny pun. Obviously, the mainstream media just amplified that message. Whoever came up with that marketing campaign is a brilliant copywriter. And, we're going to parse things out. We're nuanced here, guys. And this is, I know nobody likes nuanced discussions on the internet anymore. Yeah, you have to be 100 or 0. But we try to look deeper into things, and I hope that's why folk follow me here, and of course, enjoy my reporting. But yes, that was a marketing campaign that obviously the best marketing campaign in American Eagle history. They went crazy on the internet and got so much free coverage for it. It's a big win for them. Now, is it a big win for like MAGA and the right wing and all that? I don't think so. Sydney Sweeney is a Hollywood elite. Sydney Sweeney is just one of them who just gets put into every film and all that. Is a popular sort of person. She's like, honestly, if you think about what she's doing now, kind of leaning into her like kind of sex pot status, it's exactly what Megan Fox did like 20 years ago, right? Remember when she was all up in everything in the similar way? I mean, it's kind of the exact same situation as an actress, and this is exactly what she's leaning into to make herself a career. Now, if you get into it and you look at her up a little bit, she keeps her overall politics private. However, she has expressed support for pro-choice views. That's, pro-abortion, right? Trans rights, yep. And Black Lives Matter in interviews, okay? So I love how they say, well, she keeps her politics private. That's not very private, but that is exactly the left-wing sort of deal that is in Hollywood and permeates through everything. So she is a Hollywood elite who gets put into all these movies, is not blacklisted from anything. And while they're crying about the jeans commercial, and it's because, jeans genetics, that triggers the left because they don't like the word genetics. She is not a right-wing influencer or activist or somebody who's actually on our side at all. Now, a lot of people are just ignoring this and not pointing this out because it's very easy at this point. What the algorithms on these websites encourage you to do is just post the bait of the pictures so that people engage with it because they see the pretty pictures. And, that comes back. That's why Instagram is filled with that. That's what it's filled with, a bunch of women just posting themselves and their half-naked bodies on Instagram. That is the entire deal with Instagram, right? And so Twitter's kind of become the same thing in that regard with the algorithm and what it pushes. So all of the influencers on the right have done this sort of thing where they go and just simp for this person really, really hard. And it's just kind of bizarre. But the right does have a simping problem overall. It's been something that I've noticed for a lot of years. We've had it a long time coming, guys. Every single time there's like a pretty face or something like that, it just goes way off the rails and just absolutely just like over the top support. We saw it recently with the N-word lady. I'm saying pretty face. I mean, she's not obviously not a Hollywood actress or anything like that, but pretty enough to where she was able to raise on a GoFundMe $500,000 plus because she said the N-word and because of that. If that was a man doing that, there's no way that person would have even raised $1, and that's the problem that the right has. Now, if we're trying to build like masculinity, if we're trying to build real values again as a country, like that's really not a healthy way to go for things. That's just feminist leftism, but because it's prettier than the other feminist leftism, it's being accepted. And that's exactly how the left kind of wins the culture over time. It's something that is worth thinking about and actually worth like just really diving into as a topic. This has gone on for years, though. It's nothing new. You remember all the MAGA thoughts that like were from 2016? I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to, some of them were truthfully, patriots, and some of them were just grifting off of it, who basically were OnlyFans kind of people who just saw an opportunity. And it's exactly the same thing. You can name the names in the who am I thinking of in the description below. I'm interested to see who you think I'm thinking of. Tell me in the comments. All right. But before that, there was the Fox News girls. You remember how Fox News like would put like Megyn Kelly on the side of the desk or whatever, like with like a short skirt crossing her legs. See, it's the same thing over and over and over again. The right definitely has this sort of problem with what we have in the culture here. And it's definitely something we do have to address here. And this is exactly why I'm going on and mentioning this right here, because nobody's informing anybody about this because it's not popular to do right now. Sydney Sweeney is pro-trans, pro-choice, pro-Black Lives Matter in Hollywood. And it's something that everybody should pay attention to before going way off the rails on this. Now, there is a cultural implication here that, like, yes, they put a white person in an advertisement. It seemed to do better as an advertisement for the company than all the like weird interracial gay stuff that they put into all the other advertisements that they're trying to force on you over the last 10 years. It's also not all that's going on. I'm still, I've been, watching Paramount Plus and Hulu, and you see the same gay interracial stuff in almost every advertisement out there. I wouldn't declare woke is dead at this point either, though there is a cultural implication of the fact that, like, hey, there is a secondary economy here that actually does want something different than that. But, is that the right direction? That's something we definitely need to think hard on as a conservative movement and actually discuss. And that's why I'm hopefully here today. Gosh, it's so hard to talk about this because I'm just I know I'm going to get outraged because there's so many people invested in being in love with this Hollywood starlet that it's a tough thing, but it's okay. That's what we're here to do. We tell the truth, and that's exactly what makes us different than everybody else on this platform and on X, and I appreciate you being here. Please hit the like and subscribe button. I haven't given any sort of spiel yet. I usually do. I write for Fandom Pulse with some other people also who do great work, and we cover the news that nobody else does on here. We actually are trouncing all the other news sources and entertainment news that used to be doing stuff like this. And we are on our way up here. I want you to get on the Phantom Pulse Substack. It's very important because of one reason. One, the algorithms are all stacked here on YouTube, on X. They just show you trending topics and things like that. I might never find you again. Being on here ensures that I can find you again and actually you get informed on topics because I do like 8 to 10 a day with myself, John Trent, and a couple other folks who contribute as well. And with that, we don't even have the ability to cover all of it on here. So get on here. You can sign up. We do have some paid content, and we do, of course, trying to make a living at this full-time without advertising revenue because advertising revenue means you have to have a certain opinion on certain topics or you get suppressed. And that's a very true thing that's been happening for months and years that people don't like to talk about quite a bit. But that's why we're doing this different model. And so if you value somebody telling the truth in news, this is where you need to be. And please get on, give a paid subscription. I would appreciate that. And on top of that, I have a newsletter. I have books. I write science fiction and fantasy novels. You can go check those out in the description below. Thanks for being here and of course, coming to the channel. So, yeah, this was a thing that happened here. And I just want to preface all this before getting to the gross part of the other influencers who are, quote, in the anti-woke circles. Like I said, there's a simping epidemic, and there's a problem. And, one of those influencers who got really, really big with the simping epidemic is Smash JT. And he's had posts out there where it's just he's posted a lot of gross stuff. That's wow, that's over the line. And I've seen it periodically coming out of there. There's obviously a porn addiction problem that this guy has, and he's getting nasty towards Melonie Mac for kind of telling the truth about what's going on here. Now, I'm letting you know how she is politically. Sydney Sweeney is on the left. Massive problem right here. Should not be putting this person as your right-wing icon. Now, Melonie Mac said something different, which was a reminder which is also true, that Sydney Sweeney takes off her clothes for money and is a glorified prostitute. Just because she makes liberals mad doesn't mean we should be propping her up as a conservative icon. 100% right. Melonie Mac is just way accurate on this. Melonie's got mad at me, unfortunately, because I was questioning the narrative about some chosen people. We'll be careful for the YouTube algorithm here. And you can't have any disagreement with anybody on the internet anymore, which is too bad because we supported Melonie Mac pretty well here. And I hope she just kind of gets over that at some point because I don't care if she disagrees one way or another. Doesn't matter to me. But, we should be allowed to have our opinions. And if you want to go on pornography and stuff like that and look at who owns Pornhub and things like that, Melonie, you might want to check out what demographic is profiteering off of this the most. But I'll leave it at that for now. What's more important here is that Smash JT got disgusting with this, as he typically does. This guy is just gross. He stands for nothing. And this is what he goes, she's flat. Of course, talking about Melonie Mac's chest size in response to this. This is what he's trying to tell. She has a really good message here. Yes, this is what she's doing. She's a glorified prostitute. That is what Hollywood is overall. And then he just goes and hits her physique over this as if that has anything to do with what's being said here. Now, Smash JT knows that this is correct, that this is exactly what's happening, that Sydney Sweeney is in fact a glorified prostitute. Not only that, but she is a leftist, and this guy has always caused problems like this on every single level, and just does this. And you could see just like he's cultivated a audience of just nasty people, flat. Right? She's flat. She's old. She's broke. She's friendless. These are just mean, nasty people. And this is the type of people we do not want, we don't want this type of thing to be what the right wing is either. This Tebow guy Sims for Smash JT. Look at this. This is one of the moments I might agree with the message but can't stand the messenger. So it's more important, again, that she said it than what the actual message is. And this is, again, leftist tactics to try to destroy a right-wing person. We see it all the time. And the real right-wing person gets attacked by leftists who are grifting off the right-wing space. Smash JT is a leftist in this space. He all but admitted it when he came on my live stream a few months back. Just absolutely crazy. Does the same thing as the left, tries to smear people as racist, sexist, homophobe. You've seen it multiple times. And smears people like Razor Fist, who are, of course, on the right as well. And so this is what's going on here. You could see just like how gross this gets in defense and in simping for a Hollywood starlet who is on the left. So don't be duped by this, guys, because this is something that, again, is a very, very important thing. We need to get smarter as a cultural movement here. And if we don't, we're going to have a lot of trouble down the pipeline. All right, leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit the like and subscribe button. Really appreciate you guys being here. Make sure to sign up for Fandom Pulse, where we actually tell the real truth about the news that nobody else does. It's so important to be on here, guys. Thanks for being here. We'll be back.